Guys, really? Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face radio and a voice for print. Well, one of the most vile women on the internet, one of the mainstream news's worst personalities. I genuinely hate this person. Not very often I say that. I hate Joy Reid. I really dislike her. She is one of the most race-baiting, man-hating, feminist, awful people that you could meet, who blames everything on everything. In other words, if things don't go her way, she blames it on men, Latino men, black men, white women that don't do what she wants. She's been a mainstay on MSNBC, mainstream news, for years, spitting her vile, raced bullshit. Well, Joy Reid is finally out. Now, some of you guys out there may be astute enough to know, hey, that's not Joy Reid, that's Dennis Rodman. Close enough. You'll notice here she's got a receding hairline. She's got a 6 head, which is a 4 head that went to a 5 head that became a 6 head. She dyes her hair blonde. She looks pretty much like this, minus the earrings. Probably the beard, though. Finally, some good news. Joy Reid lashes out at white women. Now, I'm going to get to the main story, but I want you to read the headlines about this woman first. So if you go, I don't know who this is, why should I care? Because it's mainstream news, late night or primetime TV on one of the biggest networks here in the United States, and all she's done is hate on everybody. And it's always about race and men, or women even, that don't do what she wants. Joy Reid lashes out at white women who did not back Kamala Harris. Joy Reid blames the patriarchy for Kamala Harris's loss in North Carolina. Joy Reid blames fascist groundswell among white men for Trump's recent surge in the polls. Joy Reid goes scorched earth on Latino men who voted for Donald Trump. Identifying with whiteness, MSNBC's uber racist Joy Reid blames black Latino men for win. Well, finally, MSNBC had enough. This is why mainstream is going into the toilet. This is why independent content creators are having such a surge, because people say, you know something, I'm not interested. I don't want to hear your vile poison that you spit out. I don't want to hear your BS. I'm done with it. I'm out. And MSNBC, seeing what happens, and it takes a while. And let's face it, our government actually has been caught propping up a lot of these news agencies to spit their crap out at everybody. So USAID was actually giving money to the BBC, CBN, Canadian Broadcast Network, places like MSNBC. Our own government has been funding this anti-man, LGHD TV, all this stuff, which is probably a bigger story than what I'm talking about today. But since Musk came in and started shutting down USAID, which is not USAID, all of a sudden that money is going away. And so these news agencies say, hey, you know something? We might need some money. We might need to actually show we have views so we can start getting some ad revenue and maybe stay afloat. The times of change are a-coming, let me tell you. Well, MSNBC cancels Joy Reid's Lefty show as the network makes major shakeups. MSNBC, liberal mainstay. She's not liberal. I'm not doing this. Now, MSN that writes this story about MSNBC, did this originally come from MS or did they take it from somebody else? They took it from the New York Post. So this is actually a New York Post story. MSNBC liberal. No, she's a leftist. A mainstay, Joy Reid show has been canceled as part of a major overhaul by the network's new president, Rebecca Cutler, according to a report. So now they got a woman coming in to lead the network. Do we really expect too many changes? Honestly. Now, maybe they'll get rid of Joy Reid and they'll bring somebody else out that's slightly less antagonistic. Good luck. Good luck, MSNBC. The 7 p.m. program hosted by ardent Trump critic, not a critic. This is written by Anthony Blair. I thought it was going to be a woman. will be replaced by a new panel show featuring co-host Alicia Mendez, Michael Steele, and Simone Sanders Townsend. I have a feeling they're probably are also leftoids. The New York Times reported citing insiders. I'm sorry, but she does kind of look like Dennis Rodman a little bit. Actually, I think Dennis Rodman's better looking than she is. She's such a hateful woman. I'm so glad to see her gone. As a matter of fact, this story has 3,000 thumbs up and 1,000 comments. It'll be interesting. I haven't read the comments. I haven't even read the story yet. I just came across this and I'm like, let's do a video about this. I'm very excited. The final episode of The Reid Show, The Reid Out, will air sometime this week, ending a mainstay of MSNBC's lineup for the past 5 years, according to the Times. MSNBC declined to comment. It marks the first large-scale shakeup by the MSNBC's new president, Cutler, since she took over the liberal leftist network earlier this month, as it looks to double down on its lefty agenda during the second Trump administration. Reid, one of the most prominent Trump bashers in the mainstream media, has been a long-serving anchor at the network, hosting the weekend talk show AM Joy since 2016, before being named anchor of the 7 p.m. slot in 2020. 5 years she's been able to spout her nonsense on mainstream. Now, I don't know about you, but if I came out and I lashed out at women for not supporting Trump, and black women for not supporting Trump, and Latino women for not support, eventually, probably within 13 seconds, people would start calling me, I don't know, like misogynistic and racist or something or other. She's made a series of infamous rants in recent months, including telling Trump supporters to make your own dinner at Thanksgiving, saying they should suffer the consequences of your votes. I got good news for you. I am suffering the consequences of my vote, and I love it. Oh, I love the consequences of my vote. Cutler's making other major changes at MSNBC as she looks to change the fortunes of the network, where ratings have consistently trailed behind Fox News. Maddow set to return to anchoring just 1 day a week on Mondays later this year. So they keep these failures around. They keep these awful women around. They keep these people that just spew hate constantly. And they'll we'll shift it around a little bit. We'll take this person that hates everybody out, and we'll put this person that hates everybody in. It's not going to make any difference. This is the new woman in charge of this. This is Cutler, the new woman in charge of MSNBC. Good luck. You're going to need it, NBC. That same month, MSNBC reporter offered some of its most prominent stars, including Reid. Oh, yes, they're stars, all right. They say former senior executive CNN's made it clear that MSNBC faces unique challenges as it looks to work with a Trump White House and prepares to be spun off into a newly publicly traded company along with other NBCU cable networks. MSNBC and some of its fellow cable networks are being spun out by Comcast, forcing MSNBC to build up some of its own reporting and news gathering infrastructure. Now, why is Comcast putting out MSNBC for sale? Because they suck. Because they're a money sink. They are not a money producer. Anybody that buys the stock of this new spun off cable, good luck to you, because you've lost your mind if you do that. As part of these changes, Cutler is expected to announce a new MSNBC bureau in Washington, D.C. in the coming months, where the company is hiring for a new Washington bureau chief, as well as heads of talent, news gathering, and content strategy in Washington, D.C., which is, again, a hive of leftist villainy. Here's the view comments button. My, so many far-right people on here just thrilled about Joy Reid losing her show on MSNBC. Here's my question to all of you. Why did you not just use your remotes and go over to watch another network if watching Joy Reid pained all of you so much? It's not as if anyone was forcing you to watch her, or anyone else on MSNBC, for that matter. Simple solution, no. 195 upvotes, 946 downvotes, almost a 10-to-1 ratio. Somebody else says, at least expect political criticism to stay within the lane and not veer all over the road, bouncing off guardrails. Reid would go on tangents, rants. Yes, we're all aware of the animosity towards the current administration. Yes, we know there's hostility for those who voted for Trump. But wallowing in despair in front of an audience doesn't instill confidence. 324 upvotes, 24 downvotes. So even people that are supportive of the left and their nonsense, even they're like, yeah, we're tired of her just ranting all day. It's not productive. Somebody else says money drives decisions. I read through the MSNBC president's not going to change the basis of its advocacy, which is pure left. This is where the board, likely occupied by over-the-top left-wing anti-Trumpers, is driving the brand into the dirt. 489 likes, 39. Again, another 12 to 14 to 1 ratio. Somebody else says, about time since the Obama era, race baiting was his issue, and it continues. The problem with all of this is the color factor, but I don't expect handouts, reparations, etc. to go out and work. We'll all get along better if we stop saying I am oppressed. 616 upvotes, 41 downvotes. Again, 15 to 1 ratio. So a lot of people are very happy about this, including the left, including Democrats. You know, it's one of the reasons why many years ago, I kind of changed the format of my show a little bit. And instead of just going on my tirades and my rants, I said, you know something, I'm going to start reading ridiculous things women are doing in, you know, from the web and stories out there. Because at a certain point, everybody says, I get it. I get the bad news. I understand everything's crap. Yes, I understand dating's crap, marriage is crap, divorce is crap. I get it. I'm ready for something new. And that's why I said, okay, I'm just going to read about crazies on the internet. And believe it or not, I do like to do stories every once in a while that are good news, but they're kind of hard to find for guys, at least over the last 4 years. Maybe we'll have some more wins coming up. But at a certain point, people do say, you know something, I am completely worn out on all this awful stuff. Let's do something that is good news that makes me happy. And so now even the left has said, you know something, I've had enough of this lady. So good luck to you, MSNBC. It sounds like you're not going to be changing any of your traditional ways. Good luck to Joy Reid, in her future. I'm sure she'll land somewhere else where millions of people can hear her idiocracy. Good luck to you. Guys, if you like my work, don't forget to jump over to betterbachelor.locals.com. You can pop in $5 a month. It puts us behind a paywall. We can have our free speech. We can show movies. We can show live streams. We can show, what else? TV shows. That way we're not at the censor's behest for a copyright, whatever. You can come over and have a great time. We do movies. We do TV shows. We do UFC fight nights. We have a lot of fun over there. As a matter of fact, that's why I look a little rough today. I'm a little rough today. I woke up a little while ago because last night we did a couple of movies. I was up late and I had a couple of drinks. And so I always suffer the next morning just a little bit. Not too bad, but just a little bit because of it. But when I saw this, I said, okay, no time to look pretty. Jump up and get some news out there to you guys. So come on over and join us today. I'd appreciate it if you did. And we will see you in the next one.